You go to bed feeling totally fine. Then, you wake up, and your speech is slurred. Your balance is off. Maybe one side of your body just doesn't move. It wasn't a heart attack. It wasn't an accident. It was a stroke. And the scariest part? The cause might have been something you ate. Something that seems healthy. Something sweet. Like fruit. Yes, fruit. If you're over 60, the fruit sitting in your kitchen right now, the one you think is helping your heart and brain, might actually be raising your risk of stroke overnight. A doctor revealed. And seen this over and over again. Strokes that come out of nowhere. No warning, no symptoms. And all caused by a daily habit people believed was healthy. In this video, he'll reveal 9 common fruits that could be silently hurting your brain. And I'll share safer, smarter alternatives that can protect your health instead of threatening it. If you care about your brain, your balance, and your independence, hit that subscribe button right now because you're about to learn something that could save your life. Fruit number 1. Bananas. Too much potassium, too fast. Let's start with one of the biggest shockers. Bananas. Soft, sweet, easy to digest. Everyone says they're heart healthy. But if you're over 60, especially if you take blood pressure or heart meds, bananas can be dangerous. See, bananas are packed with potassium. And potassium is good in the right amount. But here's what happens as we age. Your kidneys slow down. They don't filter out potassium as efficiently, especially if you take common medications like AC inhibitors or water pills. Now imagine this. You take your morning meds, pour yourself some orange juice, and slice a banana into your oatmeal. Just like Mr. Raymond, a 66-year-old retired carpenter I once treated. Seemed like a healthy routine, until the morning his wife found him collapsed on the bathroom floor. His speech was slurred. He couldn't move the left side of his body. At the hospital, scans showed a stroke. His potassium levels were sky high. His blood had thickened, a clot had formed, and blocked blood flow to his brain. Just 2 bananas a day had pushed his body into a danger zone. Tip: if you're over 60 and on heart meds, stick to half a banana a day, eaten in the morning. Always pair it with protein like Greek yogurt or nuts to slow the absorption. Skip banana smoothies. Skip banana bread. And never eat bananas before bed. Fruit number 2. Grapes. Sugar bombs in disguise. Grapes look so innocent, don't they? Tiny, sweet, refreshing. You see them in fruit platters, cereal bowls, and snack trays after lunch. But here's the thing. Grapes are pure sugar wrapped in skin. Especially the seedless, extra sweet kinds you find in grocery stores. And if you're over 60, that sugar hits hard. Your body doesn't handle sugar the way it used to. Insulin response slows down. Blood vessels become more fragile. And when sugar spikes, it causes inflammation inside your arteries, even the ones that feed your brain. Let me tell you about Mrs. Jeanette Morris, 80 years old. She ate a bowl of grapes every morning while watching the news. One day, she started to write a birthday card and forgot how to spell congratulations. Then her hand trembled, her vision blurred. She'd had a mini stroke. A clot had blocked blood flow in her brain, even if only for a few minutes. Her blood sugar had spiked so sharply, so often, that her arteries were inflamed and vulnerable. Tip: never eat grapes on an empty stomach. Always pair them with a few almonds or a slice of cheese. And never eat more than a small handful at a time. If you're diabetic or on blood pressure meds, talk to your doctor before snacking on grapes at all. Fruit number 3. Pineapple. Sweet, acidic, and sneaky. Pineapple tastes like a tropical vacation, right? It's sweet, tangy, full of flavor. But for seniors, especially those who eat it at night, pineapple can quietly raise stroke risk. Why? 3 things. 1. Sugar spike. 1 cup of pineapple has over 16 grams of sugar. 2. Acid load. Pineapple is one of the most acidic fruits. It can trigger reflux, and in seniors, reflux can reduce brain oxygen during sleep. 3. Bromelain, an enzyme in pineapple that can mess with blood clotting. Add that up, and it's a problem. Take the story of Mrs. Clara Hughes, 77. She loved pineapple after dinner, ate it like a healthy dessert. One morning, she woke up disoriented. Her speech was off. Her balance was shaky. Scans showed a posterior circulation stroke, one that hits your balance center. Her labs revealed blood sugar spikes, platelet irregularities, and signs of silent reflux. It wasn't one thing, it was the perfect storm. Acid, sugar, and enzyme effects, all working against her while she slept. Tip: if you love pineapple, eat it early in the day. Never eat it alone, never eat it before bed, and talk to your doctor if you're on blood thinners. Fruit number 4. Watermelon, not always hydrating watermelon. It feels like the healthiest fruit on earth. It's 90% water, right? And sure, it's refreshing. Tastes amazing on a hot day. But what if I told you that for seniors, watermelon can actually dry you out? That's right. Watermelon acts as a diuretic. It makes you pee more. For younger people, that's no big deal. But for older adults, especially those on blood pressure meds or diuretics, this can be a real danger. Let me explain. When you urinate too much, your body loses fluid and electrolytes. That makes your blood thicker. And thick blood doesn't flow well, especially through narrow, aging arteries. That's exactly what happened to Mr. Howard Larkin, 82, from Indiana. Every night after dinner, he'd have 2 big slices of watermelon. He thought it was keeping him hydrated, but he was also on a water pill for mild heart failure. One morning, he woke up with severe vertigo, tried to stand, collapsed. At the ER, doctors found he was dehydrated. His blood pressure had crashed, and he had suffered a small ischemic stroke. His watermelons were doing the opposite of what he thought. They were drying him out. Tip: enjoy watermelon earlier in the day, in small amounts. Pair it with a pinch of salt or coconut water to stay balanced. And if you're on diuretics or blood pressure meds, talk to your doctor before making it a daily habit. Fruit number 5. Oranges. Hidden medication. Interference. Oranges are supposed to be the poster child of health. Vitamin C, immune support. Breakfast juice, right? But there's something about oranges that most seniors have never been warned about, and it has nothing to do with sugar. It's called furanocoumarin, a natural compound found in citrus, especially in oranges and grapefruit. This compound can interfere with how your liver processes medications, including statins, calcium channel blockers, and blood thinners. That means your body might hold on to too much medication or flush it out too fast. Either way, it becomes unstable and dangerous. Let me tell you about Mr. Elmer Bryant, 79, from Georgia. Every morning, he had a tall glass of fresh squeezed orange juice with his breakfast. He called it sunshine in a glass. He was also on a statin and a blood pressure pill. One day, he felt lightheaded, then dizzy, then, boom, he collapsed. At the hospital, they found his drug levels were dangerously high. His liver wasn't clearing the meds properly. The orange juice had blocked the enzyme system. He had suffered a mild stroke, all because of what he thought was a healthy habit. Tip: if you're over 60 and on any medications, limit citrus intake. Choose lower-risk options like clementines, or dilute juice with water. And always ask your doctor about citrus interactions. Fruit number 6. Apples. Not all apples are equal. You've heard it all your life. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. But here's what no one tells you. Not all apples are created equal. Many of today's apples, like Fuji, Gala, and Honeycrisp, are bred for sweetness, not nutrition. They have a high glycemic load, which means they spike your blood sugar fast. And for seniors with blood pressure, diabetes, or brain changes, that sugar spike can be a big deal. Let me introduce Mrs. Louise Hammond, 81. She was healthy, walked daily, ate clean. Every afternoon, she snacked on a large Honeycrisp apple. But what she didn't realize was that she had insulin resistance, and those daily apple spikes were quietly damaging her arteries. One evening, while prepping dinner, she lost the ability to speak clearly. Her daughter rushed her to the hospital. Minor stroke, blood sugar swings, endothelial inflammation. The healthy apple was stressing her body without her even knowing it. Tip: choose Granny Smith apples. They're lower in sugar and rich in flavonoids. Always eat apples with nut butter or cheese to slow the sugar spike. And never eat sweet apples on an empty stomach or before bed. Fruit number 7. Cherries. Too much of a good thing. Cherries are amazing for inflammation, arthritis, and even heart health. But there's a hidden compound inside them that makes them dangerous, especially if you're on blood thinners. It's called salicylate, a natural blood thinner. It works a lot like aspirin. So if you're already taking warfarin, Plavix, or daily aspirin, and you eat a bunch of cherries every night, that combo can be too much. That's what happened to Mr. Daniel Rhodes, 84. He was taking a low-dose aspirin after a minor heart issue. Every night, he'd finish his dinner with a bowl of cherries. Then, the headaches started, nausea, confusion. His wife rushed him to the ER, and doctors discovered a brain bleed. He hadn't fallen. He hadn't hit his head. His blood had become too thin to clot, and one tiny vessel had ruptured. Tip: cherries are fine in small amounts, but if you're on blood thinners, skip the cherry juice, dried cherries, and daily portions. Talk to your doctor about how much is safe. Fruit number 8. Strawberries. Pretty on the outside, risky on the inside. Strawberries look like the perfect fruit. Bright red, heart-shaped, full of sweetness. You'll find them on hospital trays, in smoothies, or served at senior brunches. But here's what most people don't know, especially older adults. Strawberries are one of the most pesticide-contaminated fruits in the grocery store. They regularly top the Environmental Working Group's Dirty Dozen list, which ranks produce by pesticide residue levels. And here's the scary part. As you age, your body doesn't detox like it used to. Your liver slows down. Your kidneys don't filter as efficiently. So, those toxins, they stick around. They build up in your tissues, including your brain, and can quietly lead to inflammation, vascular damage, microclot formation, cognitive decline. And it's not just pesticides. Strawberries also contain purines, which break down into uric acid, a trigger for gout and vascular inflammation in many older adults. Let me tell you about Mrs. Elaine Carter, age 80. She loved strawberries. Picked them fresh every summer, froze them, and ate them nightly. One morning, she woke up with numbness in her hand and slurred speech. A stroke had hit overnight. Blood tests showed elevated uric acid, oxidative stress, and signs of pesticide exposure. Her healthy habit had been building silent risk for years. Tip: only eat organic strawberries. Wash them thoroughly. Don't eat them daily. And if you have gout, kidney issues, or are on blood pressure meds, talk to your doctor first. Fruit. 9. Mango. Sweet, tropical, and surprisingly risky. Mango is like a dessert straight from nature. Soft, juicy, exotic. It's in smoothies, fruit bowls, and heart-healthy recipes everywhere. But mango is one of the highest sugar fruits in the entire grocery store. 1 cup of ripe mango has more sugar than a donut, nearly 45 grams. And for seniors, that can spell disaster. See, mango sugar gets absorbed very quickly, causing blood sugar to spike and crash, which leads to inflammation, insulin surges, and arterial stress. But there's something even worse. Mango contains a compound called mangiferin. It affects the cytochrome P450 enzyme system, the part of your liver responsible for breaking down medications. When that system slows down, your body doesn't clear out medication properly. That means drug levels rise, sometimes dangerously. This happened to Mr. William Booker, 83, a retired firefighter. He started replacing cookies with dried mango slices every day. He was also on medication for blood pressure and irregular heartbeat. After a few weeks, he began experiencing lightheadedness. Then one morning, he collapsed getting out of bed. Scans showed a minor stroke. His meds had built up in his bloodstream because the mango had interfered with his liver function. Tip: if you love mango, enjoy a few bites during the day with protein or fat, never before bed. And if you're on heart or blood pressure medications, get your doctor's opinion before adding mango to your routine. Final reflection: what can you eat? After hearing about these 9 fruits, you might feel like every fruit is the enemy. But that's not the case. It's not about cutting out fruit. It's about choosing wisely, understanding your body, and eating in a way that supports your age and... Here are some of the safer fruits I recommend to my older patients. Berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, low sugar, high antioxidants, brain protective. Won't spike your blood sugar or interfere with meds. Granny Smith. Apples, lower in sugar than other apples. Rich in polyphenols. Eat with a little cheese or nut butter for best results. Avocados. Yes, it's a fruit. Full of healthy fats. Supports brain health, blood pressure, and nerve function. Lemons and limes, use them to flavor water or meals. No sugar. No drug interactions. Great for digestion. Pomegranate, in moderation. High in antioxidants, but potent. Water it down. Drink just a few ounces, and don't overdo it. Timing also matters. Eat fruit early in the day. Never on an empty stomach. Always pair it with protein or healthy fat. Avoid fruit before bed. Your body slows down at night, and that's when things go wrong. Which fruit shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments. Type 1 if you learned something today, or 0 if you're still figuring it out. Subscribe to Nutrizlab, and don't forget to visit www.nutrizlab.com for expert health tips, detailed supplement reviews, and more resources tailored to your personal wellness goals. Watch our next video. It might just save your life.